What's the motherfucking deal? Welcome, my friends, to the Den Show Live. I still have yet to come up with a new intro since we have converted the Den over. I'm still working on that, but the Den is basically a conversation community where we speak our opinions uncensored. So again, it's heavily involved. The chat is extremely important. So if you have thoughts, comments, ideas, and we do have the Denline, which we will open up in a bit. I mean, because this is the whole point, is the interaction, the conversation, and ultimately a live conversation for you to partake in, to be a part of. And no, we don't have anybody to sit on the couch this evening, but it's all good. So I'm not going to encourage you to drink any particular beverages, but I will suggest that you don't drink the strawberry milk. It is bad for your health. Let's see who we got joining us live this evening. Let's adjust this a little bit better. Let's see who we got joining us live this evening. Show a little bit of love to the friends of the Den, and then we will get into tonight's conversation, which looks to be a fairly interesting one. So we'll see how it all plays out. Well, actually, let me actually check this out. But so today, let's see who we have joining us for this conversation. We have Jason S., Jose Munoz, Wise, 335. What's the motherfucking deal? Unbeaten Sports, what's the motherfucking deal? A rabbit sit on the couch? No, I don't want any little rabbit shit nuggets on the couch. It's not what it is. But and how dare you hate on pistachios? They are delicious. So what we are going to talk about today is hip hop only for black people? Now, there are some people who feel a particular way about hip hop, where it originated, how it got started, where the culture is today, and some other things. But you got to look at some things, and we're gonna again talk about those things. We're gonna look at those things, and we're gonna have a discussion about those things. But first and foremost, as we think about this discussion, you want to think about it where it originated, where it started, and where it came from. Some people say the city of New York, but New Yorkers want to take credit for everything. So I'm not gonna say that may be where it got hyped up. I won't say it originated there, but that's where it got some play and took foot and started to become a thing. But I mean, hip hop is essentially poetry to a beat. So I'm pretty sure that there were similar rap sounds, country rap tunes, as we prefer to call them down south, that would be somewhat similar to what you hear today, but mainly started in urban environments, highly congested with African Americans, black people, however you want to identify, descendants of Africa, whatever it is, however you identify. Lots of people use lots of different names. I don't know which one you prefer, but it's up to you. If you are breaking news Braylon, we know what you like to use, but that's a whole other conversation for another time and place. But over the years, it's gone from what some say primarily was a New York thing, even though other cultures had their own stuff going on. They wasn't getting love on the West Coast, wasn't getting love in the South on the radio, or the music that was getting generated in those places wasn't getting love on the radio, as in some places, we couldn't walk down to our local radio station and just get played at first. But as things grew, as things developed and became more mainstream, if you will, as technology improved, and the Southern fellas, they operated on the Chitlin circuit, and again in New York, they just went to the radio station. Maybe they were battling or doing whatever the hell they were doing up there, and the West Coast put themselves on. They did their damn thing. And you can also notice a lot of similarities in certain Southern styles and certain West Coast styles, but that's neither here nor there. But hip hop was the label to show the world a different side, a different sound that people didn't want to hear, people didn't want to talk about, but it allowed people to spread their message. Now, some people took that message and spread positivity. Some people took that message and made it negative. Some people said, a little bit of both. Some people talked about getting money. Some people talked about fucking hoes. Some people talked about building communities. But primarily, these people felt like it was originated and it was designated for a particular culture. Now, I don't want to say he was the first. I'm sure there were many who tried, many who enjoyed the sound. But my recollection, and, correct me if I'm wrong, the first non-black rapper I recall ever hearing, Vanilla Ice Baby. But there was something different about Vanilla Ice Baby. He didn't look like your normal image of the Caucasian man in America. He looked quite similar to what a lot of people would call a black style. You know what I'm saying? No one else would say, I don't know, I'm trying to see if we got some time to say get your buffer in action. And nothing looks like it's changed. Everything looks like it's supposed to be as it's supposed to be. So I'm not seeing any signal of negativity. Maybe they don't want me talking about what I'm talking about. It's they have found the channel and they are buffering the stream. But again, so you would say that this guy emulated some of these other rappers. Some people would say, oh, it's just how the rappers act. Some people say, well, no, this is how black culture is, and this guy is emulating what we do. Now you fast forward almost 20-something plus years later, or more than that. I'm a little tired from talking about these Texans taking all these ass whoopings. Now you have a culture that is permeated with a lot of white rappers. It's super funny because the last couple of weeks, the biggest conversation in hip hop has been two white rappers beefing. You know what I mean? I don't know when's the last time that was the conversation. Probably last time Eminem was beefing with another white rapper. I think he had a beef with Everlast a few years back. I talked about him beefing with Benzino, and y'all can say whatever y'all want to say about Benzino. The dude was a fraud, a fucking whatever. But yeah, you have plenty of the white rappers now. You got what's the one that just died? The little YouTube rapper or a SoundCloud rapper. He had a song with the Triple X Kid. Lil Peep. I had to use some associations there. I had to think about the little Easter snacks because some of this stuff looks real cartoony to me. But the Lil Peep guy. Then you got the Post Malone guy. You got the MGK. You got who's the dude that did the song about the thrift shop? Yeah, Lil Peep. Mac Miller just died. Yeah, I was thinking about the other one, but yeah, Mac Miller just died. You have who are the others that have emerged? But again, you look at it now, it's not what it once was, because a lot of the shit that is put out now is trash. And to be honest, the majority of white rappers are trash, just like the majority of black rappers are trash now. So it's not about a racial thing. It's just the majority of rap is trash. You have few and far between. I actually like Mac Miller, some of the stuff that I heard from him. The Yellow Wolf guy, he's actually had a song or two that I've liked. But it's funny that this thing is taking on a whole nother kind of twist to it that I find a little odd, and that's that HipHop shit. Because that stuff is strange to me. Some of it is entertaining, but some of it is real borderline, but you're stealing it kind of from another culture. Like I said, I have no problem. If you got skills and you can rap and you got a story to tell your story. But some of it is very suspect. Beastie Boys, all-time greats. You know what I'm saying? Beastie Boys had a crossover appeal. Eminem had a crossover appeal. A couple other guys had that crossover appeal that people who normally wouldn't listen to rap music would listen to these guys, and it introduced them to a couple other people here and there. But you do have a lot of people who have nothing to do with black culture or what a lot of the music is talking about or what was going on originally. I mean, from way back in the gap. But you got people who are suited and booted that you would come out and see today, and they probably know more rap lyrics than I do, honestly. Because like I say, I've been kind of stepping away, fading away as of late, because it's just a lot of this shit is just trash to me. But you'll be surprised how deep it goes. I'm sure Ellen might know more fucking rap lyrics than some of y'all. You'd be surprised to what people have listened to. But all in all, art is art, and hip hop is a form of art. It's a form of expression. And so I can't say that any particular form of expression belongs to anyone. Oh, we ain't gonna talk about Bubba Sparks. Booty chatter Bubba Sparks. they tried that one. Oh yeah, we're back. We're going to talk about that. Little Xan, the dude with the tattoos on his face. But I'll be honest with you though, a lot of these some of these younger, and a lot of them, these younger white rappers with all the tattoos in their face. I'll even throw 6ix9ine in the conversation. You know he's not whack, but we're talking about, is it only for black people? So not just white rappers. We're talking about everybody. I mean, let's get into it. You have Asian rappers now. You have and they rap about mathematics. And they rap about fucking long division and calculus. Yeah, man, there you go, third base. Fucking who else? Like I say, Everlast was kind of here nor there. You had a couple other motherfuckers, like I say, that from the past, and I think those guys had to hold on. Actually, a white rapper that we haven't really talked about, a really famous white rapper, Max Kellerman. You know what I mean? So that's something you got to definitely. A lot of motherfuckers don't know about that. I'm telling y'all, if you haven't heard the Max Kellerman, then you just don't know rap. But my thing is this, man. Again, like I say, it's an art form, and if you have talent, I will respect your talent. But if you're just doing some shit to be doing some shit, you got a lot of motherfuckers who be doing some shit. Motherfuckers who, I mean, maybe they relate to the sound. Like, you know, you had the situation. Now, this is what I don't relate to, though, because of the outcome of it, of the rich white kid who basically loved the rap music so much that he wanted to be a part of the gang culture, and he stole his daddy's BMW or Mercedes or whatever and took some niggas on a drive-by. Yet he got off, and those guys who did the shooting, basically, I think I don't know if they got life or whatever they got, whatever. But you gotta look at that, you know. So people get infatuated with shit, but again, the scales aren't always balanced. But yeah, you got the reggaeton is a combination of some rap and a blend of that, and I don't know what the other fucking shit is. It's not reggae, but you know, they got life. Those dudes got life, and that's what I'm saying. That's very unfortunate. Muslim rappers, Mexican, Japanese rappers. I was telling y'all I was watching the anime the other day, and this anime is very interesting. With the twerking, that shit was crazy looking. Devilman Crybaby, and there's these scenes repeatedly where these fucking Asian rappers, and they talk about coming up from the struggle and drugs are whack and how they gonna get off the streets by rap. Like, you don't see that as being a thing, but again, a lot of cultures have a street life that they deal with. A lot of cultures, you know, view things from a different perspective. Like, you look at this HipHop, you look at guys like Yellow Wolf and shit like that. I mean, they're rapping rap music, but it's a different perspective. They're not talking about the gold and the chains and the bling and coming up and doing all this. These motherfuckers rap about drinking beer and driving big trucks and being white trash. I mean, that's essentially what they say. That's what they talk about. I don't want no Obama loving city, bitch. That's hilarious to me. But you know, everybody has their own perspective to embracing the music or whatever it may be. So I won't say that, you know, it is, because it's the world we live in. Everything is for everybody now, you know. But I used to tell myself, honestly, I'm super honest with y'all. Like, I don't, you know, hold back too much. There's only certain things y'all don't need to know. But as far as my opinions, my thoughts about things, I remember, and I think I kind of started holding true to this, honestly. Like, I told myself years and years ago, this before everything became mainstream, everybody could record on their computers and drop a mixtape tomorrow, that I was going to be done with rap music when white women started rapping. And kind of when that started becoming a thing is when I really started losing my interest. It just happened to be about the same time, because it went from being this street black male perspective, then it went to, it's just anybody. Now it's about fucking whores get to rap. Like it's about whores rapping. And I'm not saying just the white women. I mean the black bitches, they talk about whore rapping too. What happened to the queens, the real queens? Now everybody's a queen for twerking their ass and buying some fake titties. What happened to Queen Latifah, huh? What happened to bitches like Lady Ray? Lady Ray wasn't out there twerking. She was spitting that shit. You know what I'm saying? But fucking again, you got motherfuckers now. I mean, it's basically prostitution rap. I mean, that's what it is. It's just like there needs to be divisions in this shit. Bitches basically selling their bodies on the music. That's essentially what it is. They're promoting prostitution in a low key way or the high key way, however you want to do it. How dare you? How dare you say such a thing about Queen Latifah? T'Challa. Fucking the queen showed them ugly ass titties in that movie, but it is what it is. Yeah, exactly. The Menages and the Bees of the world. But again, like I said, I'm honest, but now it's just to the point now, it's trash. But honestly, I mean, let's be legitimate. And I always like to take your recommendations. I like to take you guys, your thoughts and how you feel about stuff. Stanky pussy rap. We can't say suck it, New England. New England beat us. New England losing to everybody but us. So what is that? New England losing to Detroit, who got smoked the other night, makes us look even more. I don't want to talk about sports in there. Fuck sports. Anyway, I would like, I listen to alternative. I listen to a lot of classic rock, actually. Because you got a lot of these samples now from the more modern. Well, there was a time. Now this new shit is just boom, boom, clap shit. But for a while, there were a lot of samples from a lot of old classic rock songs. But I inquire, is there a solid white female rapper? Because everyone I've heard is trash. Honestly, and I'm not trying to be funny, not trying to be any bias or any prejudice. Because I tell you, there's some white dudes that can rap that I give them respect. And even if it's not about a bunch of bullshit, I like Lil Dicky's music. Lil Dicky is a very interesting. We hadn't mentioned him. I like Lil Dicky's rap music. It sounds kind of suspect saying it like that, but Lil Dicky has an interesting flow. But I don't know, he's Jewish, just white. They're almost like the same thing. We don't say that I don't know. I mean, it's all the same to me. I tell you, I lump everybody in the categories. I'm not gonna get super critical with it. You have the Hispanic rap, the Japanese rap. I don't know what they're saying, but the boys be spitting. But my thing is, I've never heard Jake Paul. You know what I'm saying? I never heard Jake. Bad Barbie is not decent, that man. Now look, I'll allow your earlier trolling, but I was looking at some shit because I was actually looking up, more modern white rappers and things before. Cause I was just, thinking of it. Shout out to Miss Honcho for the idea, because actually we were talking about a situation in the I don't even know what the fucking, it's a fucking big thing, but basically the National African American something History Center, whatever, it's got like NAAHMC, but long ass fucking acronym. I ain't got time for that shit. But they were saying that there's a white curator of the hip hop section of the museum, and so a bunch of people were getting all upset about it. You had some old school rappers like Chuck D and a couple other motherfuckers co-sign it, but then again, guys like that are going to co-sign because what else they got fucking going on? And saying, that she was qualified to do it, but then some other people were like, well, you telling me there isn't a black person who's been around throughout the history of hip-hop who would be a better suited for it? But I think I have no problem with it, I guess, because, niggas, we going to be biased. Depending on where a motherfucker from, if they from the East Coast, West Coast, from the South, they going to favorite some type of particular sound over another. I mean, I do it all the time. I don't really care for East Coast music. I think a lot of that shit is boo-boo. You see, they've started emulating a lot of the Southern shit, but the South at one point in time was emulating a lot of that West Coast sound, kind of just put their own twist to it. West Coast kind of had that funk to it. The South kind of added more of a little twang to it, and, changed the game up. But that East Coast I'm gonna spit 100 miles a word a minute, son, cause the sun coming down, son. Say done. 101. You know what I'm saying? Plus 203. You can't see me on TV. What it BG? You know the motherfuckers be talking too much. I ain't got time to listen to all that shit. Nigga, give me some shit I can vibe to. I want to take a ride in my fucking car and fucking just jam. I don't want a fucking history lesson by nigga. You know what I'm saying? I go read a fucking book for that shit. So, you know, there's that. What Vicky's not a rapper? Stop, dog. Little Debbie. I don't know about it. But I saw that little bad Barbie, because she came up on like this list, like, cause you know sometimes when the videos keep playing you aren't paying attention, because I was eating some vegetarian sloppy joe, so I was in there making the toasting up the buns. Hey yo, toasting up the buns. But I was in there toasting up the buns, and then I guess it changed over the video, and it was talking about talented, non-talented rapper, and it was talking about a lot of these more modern rappers. And Bad Barbie came on, like, I'd never heard any of her trash shit. I've seen her like thumbnails on, you know, DJ Academic shit, but I unsubscribe from all this shit. Like, I made sure I unfollow, because that shit is so trash. That shit is stupid shit. DJ Academic is a fucking loser. And so they play like a clip. That shit was super trash, though. Like, it was super duper bad. You know what I'm saying? Dropping a mixtape. I'm gonna drop a Soft Sports mixtape. It's gonna be a Bill O'Brien diss track on there. So stay tuned for that. we might drop. I mean, that would be kind of dope. Maybe drop a mixtape for the Den. That would be pretty cool. We might do something like that. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. You know, then we're feeling cooler in the Den. All I'm in here doing, smoking black and mild with friends. I done seen a mouse, and I caught him in the trap. This the fucking Den, and this is mumble rap. Man, hold up, baby. Hold up, I directed. But all on some bullshit, you know. But honestly, like, I mean, I'm interested, because like I would honestly, like, I'm open to new things, and I'm open to trying to check out and understand new things. So that's kind of what the Den is about. Like, say, we're all friends in the Den, you know, providing different perspectives, and you know, doing things differently. You know, and I want to grow. I want to learn. I want to see things through the eyes of other people. So, I mean, legitimately, if there is a really decent white female rapper, I would like to know. But from what I've heard from the what is it, Bad Barbie, Bad Baby? I don't even know if I'm saying it right. It's trash. I thought she was like a jihadist or something, the way she was spelling that shit. So my thing is, so all I'm saying is that, you know, I would definitely be willing to listen to it. Can't lie though, I've heard some Japanese rap. Don't know what the fuck they saying. They could probably be talking about killing, hang all the niggas. Yeah, but that shit be jamming. That shit sound like they going hard. You know, the little translation on the one I was watching on the thing, they sound like they was spitting some hot fire. Spit hot fire. Denline is the greatest rapper of all time if we're going to talk about rap though. But, you know, again, yeah, Muslim rap. Who was that? Punjabi MC. That shit set the world on fire. Whatever he was rapping, you know, with the and here come Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying, promoting terrorism, backdooring on the beat and shit. You know what I'm talking about? I've heard a couple. I think Tito Lopez, and if that's what I'm thinking about, that motherfucker, he goes pretty hard. A lot of Hispanic rappers that I actually do like, not the ones that actually rap in Spanish. I don't know what the fuck they talking about. Because there's also there's a Bad Baby and a Bad Bunny and a Russian motherfucker. Like, there's a lot of fucking weird ass motherfuckers out there. Would you date Bad? No, she's a fucking retard. It looks like, you know what I'm saying. I ain't got no time for that. You know what I mean? Yeah, but Bad Bunny is actually a dude like I don't know if he's like a Puerto Rican or something. I don't think he's Mexican, but he's Mexican in my eyes, because, you know, all the people who speak Spanish are Mexican. Davies do jam. I fuck with some Davies. Nav, haven't heard of him. Well, I've heard of him, but I haven't listened to anything that he's put out. So, okay, cool. Oh Lord, that darn Mrs. Honcho. You can't sit her butt still. But that's good. That's cool. But again, you know, I don't know what he is. Logic says he's black, but he simps like a white guy. I'm gonna be honest. He went and bought his old lady a fucking like Range Rover or some shit, and that motherfucker there Like, as soon as she got that bitch, like a month later or something, she fucking left his ass. You know what I'm saying? He real light skinned. That motherfucker looks Lil Dicky darker than fucking Logic. Like, Lil Dicky is fucking darker than goddamn Logic, man. Logic turned into a social liberal. Well, you know, I think a lot of rappers live. I don't know too many conservative rappers. If they are, they're probably HipHop and not hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. His daddy black, but is his daddy in the picture? I need proof. Lil Dicky, well, I don't know. His name is Jewish. I don't know if his name is Richard. Anything else? You gotta kind of figure that. Well, my dad's white, so I don't know if y'all know. I know I broke the news to you guys the other day that I was a black man. I know it was shocking to most of you. I got lots of texts and DMs on the gram, you know, sending me condolences because you guys didn't know, but I appreciate it. You know, I've embraced the life of being a black man. It's a new thing, but I think I'm going to be all right. I think I'm going to be okay. I think I'm going to make it, you know. So there's that. Hey, look, I call it, when you cook it in the oven too long, I call that Cajun style. Miss Honcho calls it burnt. But it is what it is. She's just hating. She be hating from that shit. Yeah, I got that reverse Villalago. Revillalago. That's what I got. My dad's knees and elbows white. Any third ward rap. Oh, come on. I'm not even going to get into that, Ed, man. Do your research. The dictionary comes in handy? Absolutely, man. Yeah, I mean, that's the dictionary is for you guys to learn. That's what the den is all about, learning and growth and sharing ideas. You know, whether you agree or disagree, it's about having a conversation with people who may not see things exactly the same way you do, but to try to develop an understanding of different people's perspectives. You know what I mean? That's ultimately what it's about. Even if you don't necessarily agree, you can understand the views in which somebody comes from. And I think that's what it ultimately the world needs more of, because what I've started to realize is it's not that people haven't been disagreeing and seeing things in various ways throughout the years. It's not that people haven't even been on the extremes and throughout the years. But what has happened, especially here in America, I don't know about, you know, other parts of the world, but I'm sure other parts of the world, they trend after what America does. And Froggy Fresh is the greatest white rapper of all time. Don't at me, and I will not have any other conversations about that. But what I think happens when in America, as opposed to other cultures, or maybe similar to other cultures, maybe similar to other cultures emulate what's happening in America. It could be social media, it could be a lot of these things, and I do blame social media. We'll have a conversation about social media real soon. But people have lost the ability to debate. People have lost the ability to have conversations, civil debates, social debates. You know, they're so used to now, I guess, with the internet and the ability to have these forums, these chat rooms, these subsections of the internet that just suit exactly what it is that you're looking for, you know, the echo chambers or whatever else you want to call it, that people feel like everybody should agree with everything I say, and anybody who doesn't is super wrong, super stupid, super fucking ignorant. And I can't have a civil debate without, you know, ignorance, sarcasm, just blatant lies. I mean, without respect. And I find that a problem. And that's what I kind of want to bring back to the den. I want to bring back to the den just, hey, look, I may not agree with you, and I'm not opposed to humor, laughter, and a little bit of trolling. Trolling is always good. Smart trolling. All that other shit out there, just spamming is not trolling, it's spamming. And it's lame. Like, I enjoy a good troll, okay? I enjoy a good troll. Even if it happens to me, I can laugh at myself. But when it's just stupid and annoying, that shit is lame as shit. But the thing about social media, I think, has ruined people's ability to do that. And, you know, people don't want to debate. They block stuff. They report stuff that they don't agree with, even though it may not be negative, it may not be bad. They just report it because it isn't what they want to hear. And they try to build these lives of lies. And I think that when they encounter realistic shit and there's nothing they can do, but they don't have a block button, they don't have the ability to do those things, and they get upset. They don't know how to engage it. And I think it's fucked up. Goddamn pain. Yeah, that was a good one. Somebody was under the bed. I'm not the, you know, Seth Payne, sometimes he can attempt to try to talk over people's heads, and sometimes he'll come off as like he's smarter than other people. But what he did today was very humorous. I found that extremely funny. I found that extremely funny. That was probably his best yet. Black Twitter started by a bunch of black people commenting on each other's shit. I'm pretty sure they created some type of follow train and whatever else it was. Sicario, was it a good movie? It looked like it would be interesting. I need to check that out, man. But basically, pretty sure that most African Americans, but other folks that there, so there is considered to be two sides of dark Twitter. All the jokes, profanity, and news that on one side, the activism and intellect on the other. That sounds about right. And there's a blurry line on dark Twitter. Because half the motherfuckers on dark Twitter, I take offense to that. Because half the motherfuckers on dark Twitter are fucking light-skinned motherfuckers that probably shouldn't be participating in some of the conversations. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. That's just my opinion. You have to be careful on the Twitter spheres, because you could end up in 1 minute you may be out there looking for some humor. Next thing you know, you caught up into some intellectual Black Panther discussion. Next thing you know, it's Black Panther prostitution pictures, and then who God knows what else you're going to get up. I mean, Twitter's a sketchy place. You got to be real careful. You know what I'm saying? You got to be real careful. It's just as bad as feminist Twitter. You go onto you can start in moderate liberal Twitter, you know, and then end up in the far left real fast. Fucking some angry tranny Nazi wants to take over the world or something. Who knows? I mean, it's just crazy. Again, you got to realize with billions of people on earth, you're going to have people who believe and feel some strange ways that you may have never ever conceived in your life, and it's going to be weird to you, and they exist. I don't know, man. I would say not even close. I would disagree with you, Ed, man. It's not even close. Twitter is far worse because Instagram is just pictures. I mean, that's all it is. Half the people don't read the captions. Not even half. Like, probably, I would say 72% of people don't read the captions. And in Twitter, I mean, it's all reading. You know what I mean? So, you know, it is. IG, though, yeah, you're not lying. They can spread stuff fast because you can put like little retard messages on Instagram, and like people don't read very well, they'll take it and run with it. You can put all kind of false propaganda, just make it a couple of pictures with some easy reading. People will take that shit and just run with it. But you say IG does get real lame, and it's unfortunate. But like I said, we're going to talk about social media one day, and we'll devote a whole show to it. But getting back to hip hop, you can find a lot of lame rappers on Instagram. You can find a lot of lame rappers on Twitter too. The new Twitter thing is like when a tweet goes viral and then people following their shit up with their fucking SoundCloud link. That shit is awful. You know what I'm saying? And tell them they're weak as fuck. So I think that what you got to do is you got to fucking glue your debit card to your ass, and then, you know, well, I don't know if it depends on if one of those NFC field, whatever shits, and then you just twerk on the card machine. Then everybody throws you a party. Bam, it's all Gucci. But here's the deal. Yeah, everything is for clout, and like the thing is, like you can't. But I mean, in this day and age, you got to take advantage of what you got, man. You got to take advantage of your little moment of fame. So if your fucking tweet goes out viral and it's trending, you know, promote yourself. I've seen people come up, you know, hit a lick with that shit. What I hate on Twitter is the fucking. We're not gonna have this conversation. Nobody will get it. We're gonna save that. We're gonna have a social media conversation sometime this week. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe Tuesday. I don't know so much about Wednesday. We'll see what happens. Whew. It's gonna be a tough week coming up, man. These Texans are making it very hard to be on the stream action. Let me explain something to you, Jay Bird. Before you were born, let me see, what year did Mystical's Unpredictable come out? Was that like 98-ish? I want to say it was about 98-ish. I might be wrong. It might be early 2000s. Let me if somebody wouldn't mind, Google that up for your boy. Hashtag Google that up. Yes, look, I gotta save all the clout. That's a Kush exclusive. You gotta fucking, you say rock and roll is dead? Is it? Is it? No. Not Google it up. Google that up. Okay? You got to Google that up. Don't Google it up. Google that up. But my thing is this. Mystical had a song called We Got the Clout way back then. So you guys are actually on some shit right now. I say the particularly pointed insult or series of insult usually involves a sub-reference that the recipient may not immediately recognize. Okay. All right. As we are in the middle of a stream, hold on 1 second and let me take care of something. Give me just a moment and we will be right back at it. No, you only get one intro. I'm back. I get it. You get a piece of intro to know that I'm coming back. Anyway, so again, like I say, you know, we will talk about some social media things soon. But Clout is nothing new. We Got the Clout was a song. I want to say it was on Unpredictable. It was on one of those Mystical albums when he was with No Limit. So Clout is nothing new. Clout was before you were ever born. Saybird. J Horse, whatever you call it. Rappers are fire nowadays, but not good role models. Herpes having ass. Well, herpes is fire, I'm sure. And so I mean, you sit there and there you go. Yeah, I mean, rappers are trash nowadays. Let's just be honest, man. Like back in the day, it was about selling the product, not using the product. And now it's all about let's do as many drugs as we can. Let's all be dope fiends. Let's talk about our addiction problems. Like you basically got to be an addict nowadays to be a rapper for anybody to care about. I mean, this opioid problem that we've had here in America it's selling albums like hotcakes. Motherfuckers fucking buying albums instead of going to rehab. You know, so there's that. Mystical used to go hard before the rape. Apparently, he went hard during the rape, and that's why he got the charges that he did. Is that over the line? Should I have said that? Should I have kind of kept that to myself? I don't know, but I was thinking it, so I said it. I mean, that's the deal, man. We can look at opinions uncensored. You gotta say how you feel. You can't hold any punches. I'm trying to figure out why I'm wearing this fucking thing because I'm not listening to anything. But it got said that, meant that, represent that. I'm pretty sure. That's why this channel will never get approved by YouTube. Yeah, I'm a misogynist, and so I've been told. I support rape culture. I hang out with White Persuasion, or I follow White Persuasion, and since he tweeted a picture of a bird raping a bobcat, apparently, and I don't think it was rape because the bobcat apparently appeared to be enjoying it, and he got tweeted for rape culture, then. You know, I guess that I support that because I support White Persuasion. Jay Bird. Yeah, and I got it from your mama. So, there's that. NBA Youngbot. Okay, that's that. A savage ass up and coming rapper whose hair is like most black male GTA online characters. Nigga reads Scott's Pilgrim, listen to my character. Yeah, he's lame. So anyway, I don't know why rappers want to be rock stars nowadays. Is the rock star dead? I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, what is it? I mean, why do rappers want to be the new rock stars? Because here's the thing, and here's kind of the point that I wanted to get to. earlier when we were talking about, is hip hop only for, you know, black people? The majority of hip hop sales are to white middle class teens, and I guess, you know, at this point, middle class adults who have followed the culture or whatever like that. So, yeah, Kenneth, you in your opinion, I probably would be built like a baby mom. You look like you like a big 6'3" linebacker looking bitch. So that might be the truth, Kenneth. So you might look, I might look like a future baby mom's of yours. So there's that. My thing though is like, you gotta look at it. I mean, the biggest purchasers of this genre are white Americans. And so eventually you'll figure that somebody starts making music that appeals to them, or if they see somebody who looks more like them, they relate to them. So eventually there had to be more white rappers that would come forth, or that would build up fan bases. But something else that I was talking about earlier is that a lot of these, when I mentioned 6ix9ine, I forgot what happened in between that, but a lot of these younger white or multiracial or whatever the hell they are rappers are getting exploited by black guys, giving them a little bit of clout, giving them a little bit of street cred that they really don't have, and building them up a fan base, and basically taking all the money. Lil Xan is getting exploited. I remember he was doing a stream thing or something, and they like basically took his phone because he was like, I can't do this and I can't do that, and all I get is this stupid car, and they fucking took his shit. You know what I'm saying? And they fucking and then they call him a simp, man. And so, well, not a simp, I read y'all fucking shit and I'm laughing, but they called him basically, got mad, they took his shit, you know, and he basically kind of gave up the game, like, you know, I'm basically a hostage, you know, saying that he has to do all these shows, he don't want to do it, if he don't do them, you know, this, that, the third. His manager kind of like punked him and took his phone. I want to say one of them little young motherfuckers kind of got choked out by their manager or some shit like that. Like, that's not a good artist to manager relationship, because the artist, you know, pays the manager. You know, the manager has a job of booking shows and getting all those things to, you know, get them more shows. But my thing is, I don't know too many managers who are out there choking artists, because you're supposed to be a team. Now, if you own somebody or have some rights over somebody or something like that, then I could see that type of situation, because you would want your artist to keep you as a manager. But if you probably got more clout than they do, or more sway than they do, or got them under contracts to where they can't do shit, and you own them essentially, you're going to do whatever you want. You're going to beat these motherfuckers, choke them, take their phones, do all that other stuff. So there's that. You know what I'm saying? Academics is a lame. Academics is a pussy, and he identifies as a pussy, and he cries, but he wants to, like, if you identify yourself and say, well, I'm a bitch, I would snitch and I would cry and I would do, like, you don't have the right to talk about anybody doing anything. Like, analyze music and actually analyze it. You don't have the right to talk about people's lives and how they operate and what they actually do. You only get to analyze music, like, and you barely get an opinion there. But the fact is, if I was that, I mean, I would cry and I would tell if somebody did this to me and ran up on me, I'm calling the police. And because I remember talking about the Safari situation, so it's like, you don't get to talk about motherfuckers being tough or being not tough, because if you're not tough, you don't get that lane. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. Vic Mintz, I haven't heard too much from him, but I've heard that he's supposed to be a nice rapper. I've heard a couple people say that. Suge Knight will punk you, Kenneth. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. What is she talking about? Fuck academics. Kenneth loves academics. Suge Knight, man. Yeah, Suge was fucking motherfuckers up back in the Gap. He got old and flabby, you know what I'm saying? Age, Father Time catches up with everybody. And, you know, now that he ain't got the sway no more. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking about something. Think about that Eazy-E, real motherfucking G's. You know, everybody talks all that about Suge and everything else like that, but who else honestly has come out on the track and really just Punk Suge. Yeah, a couple of years back, some young nigga dropped him in a club and all this stuff when he's no longer relevant. But when Suge was holding, it wasn't too many motherfuckers that had the nuts to say fuck Suge Knight. Puff Daddy and them wasn't saying that shit. The East Coast niggas wasn't saying that shit. Easy came out on the track and said this. Like motherfuckers tried to play Easy like he was a bitch. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers tried to play him like he was a hoe, but that motherfucker there was really he was really about that action, man. So there's that. Lil Baby actually got one or two little songs that jam, but again, he's just like any of the rest of these motherfuckers. He's from Atlanta. I thought he was from Louisiana because that sound like fucking that sound like some Louisiana slang. Watch out, little baby. But then that's usually shit that they be like saying to females. They say, watch out, little baby, hey, little baby. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, the rapper names nowadays are quite strange. Like Lil Uzi Vert, I guess that's supposed to be like a play on Lil Lucifer or something like that. I don't know. Maybe it's crafty. Maybe it's not. He's got the B.O.B. chin. So, you know what I'm saying? The only one is James Prince. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We already know that. You have never, ever heard anybody say anything negative. I've never heard anybody say anything negative about Jay Prince. Now, I've heard motherfuckers say shit about his son, but I ain't never heard anybody say I've never heard anybody say anything about the actual real Jay Prince. You know what I'm saying? You say Future music is falling off. I don't know. Last thing I heard Future had was that Beast Mode 2. And then that shit was not that great. I think I listened to it one time and it wasn't all that. No, 6ix9ine said something about Jay Prince Jr., not Jay Prince. So since Russell will stop that. That nigga threatened Russell Wilson. That motherfucker low-key threatened Russell Wilson, dog. And that's why Russell was playing like ass early on. They got the W today, but because that's the Cowboys. But man, I don't even want to talk about fucking football right now. Texas is so bad, man. Yeah, and that's what it is. Like, motherfuckers are flash in the pan. Oh, somebody dropped something hot. I can kind of emulate that style. So let me emulate whatever the motherfuckers that are doing is hot right now, and fucking and copy what they got going on, and get hot for a little bit and then fall the fuck off. But I guess they say, you know, it's better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. Is that the same with fucking rap? It's better to have had a hit and shine to have never shined at all? I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. But here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna open up the Denline for a little bit. You know, yeah, man, that's something to talk about. Fucking athletes that try to fucking rap. Athletes that try to fucking rap. That's a scary thing. Few and far in between though are actually decent. Who all tried to rap? Kobe tried to rap. Shaq tried to rap. Iverson, I think, tried to rap. You talking about Dame? Dame, I've heard was all right. It was one that was actually pretty good. Another one that was actually pretty solid. Arian Foster can actually rap. That's the crazy thing. Who was another one that just dropped? It was ass though. I don't know if he's ass though, but fucking Le'Veon Bell just fucking dropped a song. Yeah, Le'Veon Bell. Like, I haven't heard anything, or not a song, but an album. I haven't heard any of his shit. Let's see. I'm not finna listen to Lil Baby's entire album, dog. Like, he got one or two songs that's all right. I've heard some of his other shit. Cause y'all motherfuckers when the fucking chat used to let you like select music for motherfuckers, these motherfuckers would put all the fucking Lil Baby shit. Fucking, I think Jay Bird was jamming that Ram Ranch album. You know what I'm saying? He said that shit went hard. Arian Foster can rap, dog. Arian Foster is legit. I only listened to like half of the album, but I will certify it as official. All right, we have a call already ready. I ain't even put the number up. We already got a call coming in on the Denline. Let's turn this up here. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling in on the Denline this evening?
Jason S.
Jason S. Is the S for strawberry milk?
No, it's an abbreviation for my last name, which is Segura. Jason Segura. That's my full name.
Any relation to Tom Segura?
No, nah.
Darn it.
Nope.
God damn.
None whatsoever.
I'm trying to get him on the damn den. All right. Go ahead. Say what you got to say. God damn it.
I wanted to talk about rapper names.
Okay.
Now, I don't have any anything against creativity. I feel that you can be as creative as you want, but some of the rapper names are just, they're kind of funny in a way, like 6ix9ine.
Oh man.
A sex position.
Yeah.
The one that the stupidest one that I've heard so far, little baby. What? Can you explain?
I'm gonna be honest. Your guess is as good as mine on some of these. I honestly can't tell you where some of this shit comes from. Like, I have no idea. I mean, it's a toss up.
I mean, yeah, we got. I'm not sure. I mean, I can understand Lil Wayne, but I can't understand Lil Pump or Lil Uzi Vert.
Lil Pump actually sounds like you got a weak sex game. You know, that sounds like you would get, if your name was Lil Pump. It seems like you would get no hoes whatsoever. You know, that seemed like that would like automatically be a turn off for the ladies.
Little weak stomach.
That's bad. I can't blame Wayne for like Lil Wayne though is actually, it's suitable because he's a little guy and his name is like what, Dwayne Carter or something like that. So I'm not even mad about, like, that's actual, like, you have rappers who have had actual nicknames. That was like their nickname coming up. But then you have these people who want to be rappers, so they create fucking names. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
that's odd. That's strange.
Yeah, I mean, I could have just wait. What's Lil Wayne's height?
He's short, like 5'4", 5'5". I think he's like short. Like, I don't think he's that tall at all.
God damn, I'm taller than him.
Yeah, he's not that tall.
I'm 5'10". Jesus.
Yeah, so I mean, so that's why I say the little of his name is suitable. He's not going to get any bigger. Puberty definitely fucked him over. So I mean, he it makes sense.
Somebody has the name Lil and they're like 6'6".
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there is somebody out there. I know Bow Wow. I saw somebody mention Bow Wow. Bow Wow abandoned his name. He just goes by Bow Wow now. He doesn't want to be viewed as a puppet anymore.
Wasn't Bow Wow in one of the Medea movies?
I don't watch Medea movies. I couldn't even tell you.
I think it was Medea's Happy Family or something like that.
Yeah. Oh man, excellent point there, Baker man. Lil Flip is 6'3", and he still goes by Lil Flip. Lil Flip is an interesting one too, because I mean, that's like, when I think of Lil Flip, I think of a kid in the front yard trying to do a flip, like, but not completing the flip entirely, like trying to flip, and then I ain't quite do it. I did a little flip, you know. I ain't gonna do the whole flip. I did a little flip, like. So there's that. Yeah, you know, look, Dr. Rabbit Dollar when they call in, so we just have to chop it up, since the rest of y'all be acting like y'all scared of calling the Denline. So we talked to Dr. Rabbit, or we talked, sorry, Jason S. Excuse me. Who sounds strangely like Dr. Rabbit. But
yeah,
sometimes there are similarities in this world that we can never understand. But
I mean, it's only a matter of time until somebody creates the rapper named Lil Wetback.
I'm going to do some research on that note, and I almost want to guarantee. I almost want to guarantee that fucking name exists. I almost just like, I don't know for sure. I have no idea. I cannot prove it. There's no way I could if I want to. But I want to guarantee that name exists, man. I just want to throw it out there. Somehow, some way, there is a rapper named Lil Wetback.
I bet that rapper probably probably went to my school.
That's awful. But here's the deal, Jason Ness, man. I appreciate your call, man. But we're going to do some research. We're going to open up the Denline just in case anybody else does want to call. But I appreciate you holding down the Denline and being a friend in the den.
Much love, Honcho.
Already, I appreciate that. But, Wet Black, oh, awful. Lil Gook. I guarantee there's a bunch of the little racist, most racist names, dog. I'm sure there's a little cracker out there. I know there's a little cracker. I know that back in the Gap when I was dealing in nefarious activities, there was a little white chick who used to, and she was cool. Her mom was cool too. They were all fucking pillheads though, but they were really, really cool people. I mean, they were like some of the coolest pillheads ever. But she used to call herself like, you could just call me Cracker. I was like, well, I don't feel so bad because I call you Cracker when you leave here anyway. So there you go. No, I didn't call her Cracker. Though. Actually, I don't know. I called her Cracker. Slim Jesus, yeah. It's a lot of strange names that are out there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's a lot of fucking strange people that go by whatever names that they identify as. But I guarantee, I guarantee there's a little wetback out there. Like, I feel it in my heart that even if they're like not well known, they're on the way. You know what I'm saying? They're making their debut. But you know what I do? What's up, man? What's the motherfucking deal? And Joshua, what's the motherfucking deal? You know who I like though? I like parody rappers. Because you have to be a certain type of creative. You have to have a certain type of, I wouldn't say intellect, but you gotta be somewhat, you gotta have a sense of humor to be a decent parody rapper. Who is that dude, the Mexican one? And he's funny as shit. Started from the border, now we're here. What is his name? Because I'll be honest, like when I was young, before the internet was what it was, like that used to be what the fuck I wanted to be. I wanted to be a parody rapper. Didn't want to really rap. Wanted to be a parody rapper. Like Weird Al. Weird Al was the original OG white rapper. Because he could parody everything. But not Chingo Bling. Lil Moco. Yeah, that's the one. Chingo Bling is funny, but Lil Moco is the one. He's fucking hilarious. Him and Chingo Bling did a song though. He's fucking hilarious, dog. Lil Moco's funny. I haven't watched him in a while, but that's what I used to want to be, a fucking parody rapper. And I'm still thinking about it. Like if I ever got some things set up proper, I'd probably still do something. I'd probably still check that out. That would be the most fun and entertaining thing that we got going. Oh, we got a call coming in on the Denline. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we have calling in on the Denline this evening?
It's Edmund.
Edmund, you have set the world on fire today, Edmund. What kind of? Well, what do we call it? I can't say blow smoke it's not the Kush den. I can't say drip some sauce. It's not a sauce line. I got a lot to figure out with the Denline. But man, what do you got? What you want to say on the line this evening, Edmund?
We're on the topic of rappers. Why do you think rapping has gone downhill? Why do you think rapping has become so trash? Like, what do you think was the main reason for the demise of, hip-hop, I guess?
Okay. I mean, that's a very good point, man. I appreciate that one. That's a good one, Edmund. And I think it's kind of easy, man, because we are a culture or a society. I won't say a culture, but we're a society of followers. And nobody is original anymore. And so it's kind of like the formula. We're just going to steal the recipe. Well, this is working for this guy, so I'm going to do exactly what he was doing because I can say the same things. I can emulate this look. I can emulate this speech. What he's saying sounds cool to other people. So if other people think that I'm doing what this guy is doing, then, I'll win. Nobody wants to be original. Nobody wants to take risks anymore. Everybody wants the safe bet. And so even if you have like a modicum of talent, just a nugget of talent, and you can emulate something that somebody else is doing, people tend to go that way instead of saying, you know what, I believe in myself. I believe in my own abilities, and I'm going to do something different. I'm going to take a risk. And if I fail, hey, you know what, fuck it, I fail. But what people don't realize, if you go out on your own talent and you're consistent with it, But you have to market. I mean, we market ourselves in every possible way, but you have to be able to kind of market yourself. And you stay in your own lane, consistently continue producing, you'll build up your crowd. It may not be mainstream. It may not ever make it big, but you will find people who fuck with you for you, as opposed to, you know, stealing a couple of people off of a crowd of people that don't give a fuck about you. They're like, okay, well, he sounds like Future. Okay, well, let's see if he can keep sounding like Future. And then as soon as, you know, the wave changes, it's a new style, or you can't keep up with that, then people stop fucking with you. So it's not genuine. People want that genuine thing. Like where is that? What's that kid's now? Designer. Where's Designer now? You know, it's just people who are afraid of going out on a limb. And in this society, again, everybody wants to be a star. Everybody wants to be a big hit. Nobody wants to be themselves. And that's the problem that we run into, is because nobody wants to be themselves. They don't want to take that risk, and they just emulate. And so we have a bunch of people who sound the same, who look the same, who say the same shit, and it's not original. Nobody's telling their story anymore. You know what I'm saying? Nobody is fucking original. So it's unfortunate, man. It's definitely very unfortunate. So that would be my analysis to why.
And then I have one more question.
All right, what you got?
Do you believe that most rappers sell their souls to get to that fame?
Man, that's a very interesting question, because we talked about the Illuminati thing like very briefly yesterday, that, you know, I don't think every rapper or whatever is in the Illuminati. They may be pawns of a bigger picture or a bigger game, but as far as them actually being members of something, they're not, because they don't realize it. But I think fame is a drug, clout is a drug, as people are saying. You have people out here willing to do shit. They're not making any money. They just want to be relevant because of the attention that they get, or whatever else it may be. In the sense of actually making some type of contract, or praying to the devil, or making a blood oath or a blood omen, or whatever people call it, I don't think everybody does that. But I think that, one, that there are some people who believe in that are willing to do that. Man, I had a little homeboy. He's no longer with us, but he said, you know, such and such. And he came up for a little bit after he said this. He wasn't about rapping, but he said he made a deal with the devil. Said the devil told him, you know, a particular year would be the year that he came up. Lo and behold, not exactly on that, but he was having some things were much different for him around that time. And you know, so that kind of made me think about stuff, like, because, you know, this is somebody I know. I'm like, now, was he a little thrown off? Was he fucking with shit? He was doing a lot of different things that I wouldn't recommend anybody do, but it was quite strange. But then again, you know, did he ultimately do that? He's no longer with us now. He died very young. It makes me question it. So I don't ever discount it. I don't ever just say, nah, it's just fucking bullshit. But I do think that people are willing to do anything, and they will open themselves up to anything, whatever, any opportunity that will allow them to remain relevant or feel like they're doing something. So in the sense of that, you know, willing to sell who they are, willing to give up on what they truly are, their originality, or who they really they were before the fame and everything else. Yeah, I do. I would say yes. I would say yes.
All right, I bet.
All right, appreciate that call, Edmund. All right, Dr. Rabbit and Jason S. Sliding out. So my thing is this. Drake a bitch. Hashtag will collect. Drake looks like Voldemort. Drake is a pedophile. He's probably he's probably into some of that damn sex magic and shit. And Shaden Smith is fake deep and cringe. I don't even know about that. Designer throwing up and screaming. Yeah, he was. He threw up on stage. I forgot all about that. Fucking sound like the goddamn Tasmanian devil. Like, Designer legit retarded. You know what I'm saying? Like, legit retarded. So I definitely don't know about that. Is Nicki Minaj baddest in the game or not? The bitch is trash. But that's what I'm saying though. The thing that people are so out of there with themselves, that they lack confidence in themselves, that people take their confidence and give it away to other people all the fucking time, man. And that's sad. Like, so if you are watching this, no joke, no funny. Some of you are quite strange. Some of you are a little weird, but that's you. It's who you are. Don't let that be a thing that you look negatively upon yourself for. So if you feel like you're strange and, a little off, embrace that. That's you. That's who you are, as long as you're not hurting anybody. All right. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling the Denline this evening?
Hey, what's up, Solis?
Already, Solis. What you got? Okay.
So how do you feel about, like, rap, like, evolving in a sense, or you think it's devolving? With all the face tattoos going on, or just people, like you were saying, sounding the same, or stealing other people's clothes, not being original.
Okay, man, that's a good one, man. I think there's two sides to it, and I think you have people who are going to be, and I mean, even back in the day, it was the same way. You'll always have a space for booty music. You'll always have a space for trap music. You'll always have a space for limited brain cell music. We'll call it that. Like, where you ain't got to think, you just get out there and you're having fun. There's always going to be a space for thought-provoking music, and I think that we're just seeing more of each. It's easier to do the low thought process music, and I think most people are low thought process people, and so it's easier for people to embrace that. Or you got a lot of people who are young, they just want to have a good time. It's about the energy. That one type of music brings more energy. So I don't even want to call it low thought process. Some music just brings more energy. Club music has its place. Fucking booty music has its place. You trying to kick it with your old lady or your side chick or your new bitch or whatever. You ain't trying to get into let's have a study session with this new fucking J. Cole or Logic or whoever, you know what I'm saying? You trying to hear some shit talking about fucking and sucking, and you trying to fucking get in the mood to want to do some freaky shit, do something strange, but you ain't paying no change type of shit. But I feel like you do have the place for, that brain stimulation shit that makes you look at what's going on in society, shit that makes you want to be a better person, that looks at history, that looks at just different levels of society. I mean, so I think there's a place for both. But I think what gets promoted so much more because it's easier and more people want it is that lower thought process, that booty music, that energy music, because sometimes people are just doing, they don't want to think, they just want to vibe, and it's easier to sell that, because again, you have a wider array of people who are into that. But then I think you have that higher IQ music, it's going to have its audience, but the audience that fucks with that is going to be more loyal, in my opinion, to that, because the energy music, they're just gonna go to whatever vibe is the next vibe. But when you got people who actually drop legit music, legit lyrics, people are gonna be loyal to them, even when they have good albums, bad albums, but they know that that's what they're sticking to. You're gonna have people who are gonna be loyal to that. So I think there's a space for both of them. So I wouldn't say it's declining or evolving. I think that they're just going their own direction. So I wouldn't necessarily hate on either one of them and say that they're not growing, but I think it's just harder to find the higher IQ stuff, in my opinion. That would be my take on that.
All right. Well, I understand that. Yeah. So, like, how do you feel? Like, when do you feel like was like the last time where you had like great projects out where people would actually listen to the project over and over again? As of now, you got people just like rappers just making songs after songs after songs just to stay relevant.
Yeah.
As you don't have like the great, well, my personal favorite album, like the Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, Mad City, or J. Cole, Forest Hill Drive, or even the Migos Culture, the first one.
Yeah.
Instead you got like a lot more rundown, like the Little Pump. It's all right, but it's not something I would listen to, just by myself.
Yeah. Yeah. Last album that I've been bumping like that, I mean, it just really just vibing with, and not necessarily, I wouldn't even say that it's just a super deep album, but it's just the context of it, and because it's an artist that I hadn't, I kind of recently got on within the last couple of years, and I think a lot of people slept on, was Victory Lap from Nipsey Hussle, because of the wide array of what he was the wide array of what he was kind of discussing. You know, he's about business, about growing, about developing. You know, he tells good life stories. He's not necessarily a guy that's going to give you a lot of lyrics, a lot of metaphors and similes and all those, you know, language arts tools and things like that. But it's going to be real life, and it's going to be motivation in a sense, because I like to listen to stuff that's more motivational. Like, I don't want to hear we can't do this and everybody's trying to stop us from doing it. Like, I don't want to hear all that shit. I want to hear shit that's going to make me want to get up and do something. Not necessarily, ain't got to be a workout album, but I did work out to that too. But I think that was a good project that a lot of people slept on. And then I kind of went back and listened to a lot of his older stuff, and I definitely appreciate what he brings to the table. As far as just lyricism, that's a good question, man. I don't know if you fuck with Big Crit, but I want to say I can't remember the exact name. I can't remember the exact name of his last one, but I fuck with Big Crit super tough. So that last project he put out was pretty good, and I think a lot of people slept on that one too. That would probably be like the last one that I fucked with. Oh, Rising Phoenix, you bring Zaxby's? God damn it. But yeah, that would probably be my
I appreciate you, Honcho, man. That's all the questions I got.
All right, so at least appreciate you calling in, man. Appreciate you using the Denline, and be sure to call back soon. Oh, man, that's what we go. That's what I'm talking about, man. We got some active calls on the Denline this evening. If you did bring Zaxby's, make sure you brought enough for me and at least a piece for Scotty. That's all I ask. The rest of the chat don't get shit. All right. Little known fact: Scotty betrayed the Texans today. He was trying his best to take off his Texans collar. He saw what was going on. He said he didn't want to be a part of that, but I made him put it on. Who was the dude that was acting a fool on the oop with a Ruzy? I don't even remember that one. I'm not sure. Not sure on that one. I mean, shit, did like every other rapper. He's from here. Oh, that's rough. That's tough right there, Phoenix. Damn, I thought he was better than that. A dude acting a fool on the roof with the Uzi. I have no idea. He's a newer rapper. Ugly God is weird. I didn't even know. I know Ugly. They said I've heard people say Ugly God was from Mississippi. He was from here. He's from all over the place. Boonk, man, what happened with Boonk? I saw something about Boonk. I don't know if it was real or if he was really talking about that shit, but it seemed like Boonk was trying to turn his life around. I think that he didn't hit the brink, man. Like, because he was just doing too much for clout. And I said that I think that he shot himself with that shit that happened, and then I think it kind of came out later after that he did shoot himself. I may be right, I may be wrong, but I want to say that is what came out. But I call that when it first happened. You know, he's just doing so much. He's like over there, like. And man, look at Boonk, the Boonk Ganger. He said he wants to go by his real name and all that other shit now. But that cloud chase, just trying to do any and everything, dog, and just being fucked up and not being. You talking about he fucked up when he's high fucking chicks on IG? Yeah, I saw that shit. I was doing some research on the scientific website Pornhub, and I happened to see that was going on. But I saw it trending on Google, and they was talking about that shit. So I was like, what the fuck? What's happened to Boonk? He didn't fucking done something stupid, and Boonk was on Pornhub doing stupid shit. I should have capitalized on that and fucking do some affiliate links on that bitch and made some money, but I was bullshitting. Yeah, but people like, that's the thing that gets me with the clone thing is, could it be true? Quite possibly. It quite possibly could be true. You know, if we can clone sheep and clone other things, it could be possible to clone a human being. Do I necessarily think that we're doing it right now? I don't know. Say Pornhub database isn't up to date as a video. Okay, well, thank you for that knowledge. Good grief, Phoenix. Only go about half deep on that, Jack. You'll regret it the next day, and then at least you'll have some left over, you know. The face tat, man, I think face tats are attractive to girls with face tats, so they don't feel as thrown off about themselves. Like, it used to be that if you had face tats, boy, you better have done some shit. You better have done something to earn that face tat, because you'd go get tested for it. Now this new generation is like, I'm just gonna go get my face tattoo. Motherfuckers be in their first tattoo on their face and shit, like, just because, you know what I'm saying. Tees and grills and rompers and veneers. That romper shit was super suspect. Super fucking suspect. You feel like you seen everything on the next video? Boy, they put in work. Look, fuck the research. I know. Let me just recall. Yes, here's the link. You talking about Sauce Walker? Yeah, that Sauce Walker be wilding out. Yeah, you ain't lied. That motherfucker be all over the place with the sword and he be all them motherfuckers always keep a bunch of guns in their videos, dance around doing shit. I don't know why I didn't think of that when you said that. I'm thinking about everybody else. I was thinking about Maxo Cream and everybody else. But the funny thing about Sauce Walker, man, is when he first started out, like they got some old videos. If you go see, like he had just got out, like that motherfucker's on some spitting some knowledge type shit, like really trying to rap about some knowledge and some issues in the community type shit. And I don't know what the fuck happened. Money make you do what it do. You know, you go through some shit, or maybe, you know, when motherfuckers first get out, you know, you be trying to do the right thing, and sometimes shit that always come back. I don't know what the fuck happened, but it is what it is. Shit, it's gonna be a bunch of old. But here's the thing, though. It's gonna be a bunch of old motherfuckers with fucking 50-year-old face tats. It's gonna be a community. They're gonna have a Facebook group and shit. 50-year-old face tats. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I mean, I don't know, man. It just depends. Like, I ain't opposed to all face tats. There was a point in time where I almost was in consideration for some shit because of some shit, but I was just like, I like my face. I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? You know, one day I may need to get some gainful employment, but so I was just like, I definitely had to say no to it. But here's the deal: if the den ever gets 1 million, so let me not say that shit. Hell, no, I ain't even gonna say it. You know, just cause all it take is one shenanigan to have a motherfucker blow up and then, oh, yo, Honcho, you said you get 1 million subs, you're gonna tattoo your face, and we want to see it happen. So there's that. If Lady Honcho had a face tat, she wouldn't be Lady Honcho. So there's that. You know what I'm saying? I got like 2 X-nays, and maybe I am a misogynist. Maybe I do have double standards. I don't like titty tats. Okay, like titty tats are a no-go. Like, it would have to be some like. And here's the thing: I don't even want to say titty tats. Yeah, I do. I'm gonna say titty tats are a no-go. This whole fucking up here shit, like. Look, this is where the cleavage area is supposed to be. I don't want to see some fucking billboard. Your fucking name is Strawberry and some shit that fucking looking like a goddamn skeet target and all that other shit. Like, say no to titty tats. Like, you know, maybe a small, subtle little something that the whole world don't get to see. But when you just billboarding up your chest, like female chest tats, upper cleavage area, that's a no-go for me. I'm gonna pass. That's an X-nay on the long term. Everything else being everything else, would I smash? Yeah, of course. I mean, well, if everything else is up to par, of course you smash, but that's not something you're going to engage in a long-term relationship with. So there's that. Female face tats, absolutely not going to happen. I'm not even a fan of the big booty cheek ass tattoos. Like, I wouldn't mind a little small. Like, I guess I could see it. But when I look at these big fucking booty butterfly tattoos, one, you know, like the process of the tattoo going through healing and all that other shit, that's like a thing, you know. But 2, some dude, more than likely a dude, they've been all up in your ass with a fucking needle, you know, drawing and shit, so you can fucking thought it out to the rest of the world. Clappy butterfly booty butt cheeks, you know, make it flap. So there's that whole thing. Yeah, you definitely don't want to do that, because I mean, regardless of saying, you know, we want to be fair and not judge people, you come around with some big ass fucking titty tats, you people know what you were drawing attention to. You know what I'm saying? You got fucking big booty cheek tats. You people know what you're drawing attention to. Bitches that had them fucking tattoos of the fucking bows on the back of their leg. Come on, bud. Well, she got my name tattooed on her titty. More than likely, she's probably a side chick. That's gonna be that. I've had ex-girlfriends get my fucking name tattooed on them, and then like split up like immediately after that. Fucking goofy bitch, probably fucking niggas trying to fucking violate my name and shit. That's some spiteful shit I've done. Bitch, fuck you and that nigga. Ski. You know what I'm saying? I ain't tell her to do it though. So that's some stupid shit she did on her own. So, you know, she got to live with that. She actually tried to get it covered up, but it kept coming through. So I don't know if it ever, after multiple attempts, if it ever did or didn't. So ain't none of my business. I don't give a fuck. I ain't fuck with that bitch no more. You know, can't fuck with those got tatted people name on the bottom. I fuck with them. I won't fuck with them like long term, but I smash. But as far as thinking that this is gonna be a long term effect. Look, you, baby daddy name number 2 and 3. Y'all can all kiss my ass. I don't care what you got your whole fucking family tree. You got 2 or 3 family trees on you because you got 2 or 3 fucking baby daddies. Ain't nobody got time on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Man, since we're talking about tats, this will be the ending conversation because every now and then we will have some crazy fucking conversations. Way back in the gap. And it was kind of odd, actually. It's been about, it's been a while, a long time ago. When I was young, I used to fuck with a bitch that had her own eyes tattooed on her lower back. And if that wasn't the weirdest fucking shit, like how you get that shit from the back and the bitch still looking at you? Bitch, you're supposed to be face down, ass up. You ain't supposed to be fucking looking at me. That shit there is strange at the very least. But again, another good skeet target. So a pair of eyes, not just a pair of eyes, a pair of her eyes. And so that's odd. Like, bitch, I'm hitting you from the back because you ain't supposed to be looking at me while I'm trying to acquire my stroke game. Now I'm getting all nervous because I can't fucking get away from your eyes. I lean this way, I lean that way. You can't motherfucking tell. The eyes fucking look at you. Of course, yes, I did. So there's that. You couldn't avoid it. You know what I'm saying? I tried. It's like a picture, like the Mona Lisa and shit. You know, when you fucking, they say pictures, the eyes be looking at you and shit like that. That's what that shit was like. Like, bitch, look, you gonna have to adjust, do some different shit on this motherfucker. But there's that, man. I beat them to beat my feet out the door. Smaggy beat on the name tag. Yeah, I mean, you gotta be disrespectful to that name tag. Saggy tits when they get old. Oh man, you fucking look. When the tits get super saggy, see the name. You know, the motherfucker get the nickname. When the tits be right and all perky and shit. By the time they get old, it'd be the full government name and shit. That bitch get to sagging. You know what I'm saying? It start off as fucking Ed for the fucking time. It end up as Edward, and the rest of the whole fucking name, Edward Honcho the Third, from the Honcho clan of Eastern Africa. You get the whole fucking birth date and everything else on that bitch. Oh man, I'm just talking shit, but I fuck with y'all in the dead, man. But here's the deal: we about to wrap it up. I didn't even realize we've been holding on in the mix. But here it is, man. Here it is. I fucks with y'all. I appreciate y'all. It is the end of the weekend. I'll give y'all a short mixer action, and then probably call it a wrap. I'm gonna make sure I get my sleeping back on track. Get back to my focus and my breathing and my meditation. Konnichiwa, like the Indians. So that's Japanese or some shit. So I ain't making no sense. I'm just talking crazy. But let's see. I'm just getting back to say something about the last comment. If the Den gets 1 million subs, will you get a weed tattoo in your face? Fuck no. That's not gonna happen. Why are all the rappers like Mac Miller dying early? Drugs? Yeah, I mean that's just that. Let's see. This one girl got a tat in his fade because the ink was bad. Can you imagine having a tat that fade? It happens all the time. I mean, after a few years, if you doing stuff, I mean, they'll fade. But now, if you just get that bitch in the fucking fade, motherfucker done made your fucking ink out of fucking, they got some prison ink and fucking got a pen and piss and some water and shit and then inked your shit up, should be looking fucking dry as shit. Then, you know, there's that. But, oh yeah, that's that bullshit. She got okie doke. I hope she ain't pay for that shit. But there's that. So with that being said, PUBG with Kush, well, I'll say I'll hit him up. I think he might be mad at us from the other day because when we had the Tenny and the Tennessee in the mix, he wasn't getting no love. Then Braylon came and jumped in. He wasn't even on the fucking squad. Braylon just jumping in the mix, goddamn, being racist. That was a tough mixer, man. You had two black racists in Braylon and Shaq Kush, and then you had two nice Caucasian gentlemen in Tennessee and Tennessee. You know, it was a very odd predicament to be in, and it was hilarious. So I found that funny because Tennessee, I don't know if y'all had the sound because the mixer chat, it froze up, so I didn't think nobody was in there. That's why I really wasn't talking. But it was funny because Tennessee called Shaq Kush Uncle Tom, and I found that to be hilarious because fucking Shaq Kush was going in talking about how black quarterbacks say no. Basically, Shaq Kush was just reiterating the statements of the superintendent, and then Braylon was agreeing with Shaq Kush. Now I don't know if Braylon was agreeing with him, but I'm just talking shit. But with that being said, man, y'all be cool like y'all be cool. I appreciate y'all for tuning in to the Den. I appreciate the calls. So shout out to Jason S., Solis, and Edmund. And with that being said, y'all ain't got to go home. I'm inviting you guys to attend the mixer here shortly in a few, probably about 10, 15 minutes or so. And if not, y'all got to get the fuck up out of here. So, adios.